Hey bestie. Okay, the request was a hair video based off of what I do to keep my little twist out going on. I do not do wash and goes, not very often, just because it tangles my hair too much. So I mostly do twist outs. Not a good day to do a twist out video because my hair is straight. I ended up getting a trim from my girl Rachel. So she did a silk press, trim my ends. So when I do my twist out and detangle, all is well. So here's what I do. I detangle my hair as much as possible before I actually wet it. So I wash my hair in the shower. And so I just hand kind of detangle since my hair is so long, kind of hand detangle it. And then I drench my hair in water. I make sure it's thoroughly wet, which is key in keeping your hair moisturized. Water, water, moisture, moisture, moisture. So the first thing I use is, I don't know why the screen is going off, but I have to figure out how to do that. New camera, so trying to figure it out as I do this recording. So I use Melanin African Black Soap Reviving Shampoo. They're having some issues staying in stock, so I would just say get whatever shampoo you like, shampoo your hair. If I've gone longer than a week in washing my hair, then I might do a couple of rounds of shampoo. But shampoo, I don't try to detangle with the shampoo. So then I go and do a conditioner of some sort. With Melanin, she has a really good conditioner that you can wash it out, you can leave it in, you can do a sit underneath the dryer with it on and do a deep conditioner. You can do whatever you want with it. But since I can't get the product, I'm kind of like doing random products that I've already had or I kind of filled in to do what I want for my hair to do. So I had some Mixed Chicks conditioner left over, leave-in conditioner. So after I wash, rinse it all out, use a leave-in conditioner. I use a lot. I need to get a leave-in conditioner. I use a lot. This is what I use to detangle my hair. Okay. Use a lot, detangle it. Sometimes I'll let it, sit in for a little bit. Most of the time I do not. I'm in a rush or if I want a really good conditioner, I just go to a professional and let them do it. But if I'm doing it on my own, I detangle using my leave-in conditioner. Since I have longer hair, I use a detangling brush. I'll see if I can figure out how to put a link into Amazon. It has these flexible bristles, so it's easier to go through my hair. It's from Felicia Leatherwood. So great. I love it. The boys love it with their little curly froze. Love it, love it, love it. Hands down, we'll reorder it every single time, but it's plastic, so it should last a long time. So I detangle, use small, sections, detangle. And then I rinse this out with cold water. That's the key. Seal in the moisture, cold water. Get used to it. Best hack ever, okay? So, usually I am not particular about thoroughly rinsing the leave-in conditioner out. It is a leave-in conditioner. I'm using it kind of flexible. So I rinse with cold water. I'm not too particular about, rinsing it out thoroughly. I will, sometimes I will semi-dry my hair. Sometimes I leave it as wet as possible. So if it's super detangly, I will not use a little towel. I do use like a hair towel. Don't know where I got it from. It does wonderful. It's actually a full towel that you can actually, it's in a circle. So you can actually put your hair in your head in it, like so. Like so. Like so. And then like wrap your whole head in it like a turban. Okay, so don't want to mess up my hair doing that. So then after that, I will put more leave-in conditioner in it, maybe. Okay, I guess it depends on how I feel. But I do usually put leave-in conditioner back in. This one is a little different than my girl, but the texture and the consistency is the same. So I'll go back in with the leave-in, put more in it. Okay, so it's over the sealed hair. You're putting more leave-in conditioner. Then I use a styling cream. Okay, the styling cream is really thick. Okay, really thick. This is very different from the leave-in. I probably put it upside down. Nothing's coming out. Nothing. Super thick. Okay. So I will separate my hair in sections. Usually I do a like a part in the back. Have like old school tail. I will do the sides. I actually part my hair based off of the different textures in my head. So this texture, easier, separate it, curl it up, use a clip, use these clips, clip your hair up. This section is separate. I will twist it up, clip it. And then usually in us dark skinned sisters with super curly hair, this top part is the thickest, maybe the curliest, maybe the most tangly. It's like the most exposed piece of hair on our head, and that's why it's so durable. That's the word I'm going to use, durable. Okay, so I separate. Do the sections. I'm usually, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I usually kind of take 3 sections, 1 top section, middle section, and bottom section, 3. So I have 5 sections in my hair. Then I go through each section with the cream. Do the cream, do the cream, do the cream. Then I will use a oil to seal, okay? So I just brought down a jojoba oil because my other oil from Melanin is out of stock. So I use regular jojoba oil to seal my little twisties. So I use the cream, put it all the way, put it all the way through. 1, just like that. And then I get some jojoba oil and I rub in my hand and kind of do like this. And then I take the piece and twist it up. Okay. So I do that for my entire head, still using my little comb to detangle. If I have little kinkies, then maybe I want a little, smooth it out, because sometimes I'll use this, make sure it goes through smoothly. And then I go back through here, this small little comb. I use this to part my hair, small little comb, and go through it and make sure there's no knots, no tangles, no nothing. Because I might go 2 weeks without redoing my hair, and if it starts out tangled and it dries tangled, it's gonna look a hot mess, and it's gonna be harder for you to detangle it when it's time to wash it. So this process is my setting process. This is how I set my hair into my twists. This is how, the reason why it lasts so long are these items, okay? So then I twist up my hair, and it's cold outside right now. It's frigid. Here, this morning it was 4 degrees. I'm not going outside with wet hair, nor am I sitting around the house with wet hair. So 9 times out of 10, I will go get my hooded dryer, sit underneath the dryer until most of the moisture is out. Then at that point, I can go to bed. I can do whatever. If I go outside, I'm putting on a hat. But I usually do my hair at night, so I'm going to bed. The other reason why my twist outs last so long is I sleep on a real silk pillowcase. Not a feels like silk, not a looks like silk. I have purchased real silk pillowcases. I have purchased real silk bonnets. So my hair currently now, I put it in a real silk bonnet. I don't put no extra heat on my hair. Maybe if I had somewhere to go, I would do like flexi rods, rod it up. I don't put any product on it because there's already product on my hair. And if I put any product on it, my hair is only gonna go whoosh. It's gonna soak it in, and my hair is gonna be fluffy. And I already work out, so I know I'm gonna sweat in my head. It's naturally gonna get puffy. These little kitchen, these little roots are gonna get a little fuzzy. So I'm not putting product on my hair. I would just do the twist outs dry. Okay. And that's it. That's what I do. I will leave my twists in for multiple days, as long as I feel like it, until I go someplace and maybe I don't want to look like a twist out queen. If I don't want to look like a twist out queen, I'll take them out, and I will continue to take them out until there are no like little real twists fluff out my hair, and that's what you see every day. So that is my routine. Sorry for the dog. I guess now, the dog is saying you've gone too long. Say your goodbyes. I'll try to put all the links of the products I use, but honestly, use what you have. You might have to get the curling cream. If you do have an oil of some sort, castor oil, whatever, use that. You don't have to get what I'm getting. You can use a regular comb to detangle your hair. You don't need the fancy, expensive Felicia Leatherwood, I think that's her name, Leatherwood comb. But so let me know if you want the links. I'll include the links, and you can purchase whatever's available out there currently. All right. Hope this helps. See ya. Okay, I forgot one more thing. These separations, like, let me start this over. When I separate my hair to do the twists, I make smaller sections and twist. So I'm not doing 5 big sections. I have done that in the past, or it wouldn't really be 5 because I usually split the back of my head down at least into a part. So that would be 8 sections. The problem with bigger twists is that your twist out will not last as long. At least not my twist outs. It's going to be fluffier. It's going to be bigger. It's just not going to last as long. It's going to be like somewhere between a wash and go and, my everyday twist out. So I do not do just 5 twists. when I take my section, I'm actually breaking down this section into smaller sections. So, the front section might end up being like 3 twists, 4 twists. This section might end up being 3 or 4. The top section might be 4. The middle section might be 2 or 3. And then the back might be 3. So, I can't really tell you how many twists to do. I think it would just determine on what kind of look you want, how tight your curls are, and what you have the patience for. So I forgot that piece of it. So I thought that was important to come back and say, make sure you do twist small enough where the twist out can actually last at least a week or 2, or however long you plan on having the twist in before your next wash day. And, you'll have to play around a little bit with that to see what looks good, what you feel comfortable with, what lasts longest. And then, of course, you have to consider if you're going to go out with just twists, it does look better when you have smaller twists. Leaving it out and kind of walking around. I usually put mine in a ponytail or like a headband or something, but it does look better if you're going to just keep the twists in for a longer period of time to have smaller twists than the big fat dookie twists. So big fat dookie twists, they come out. You dry your hair underneath the hooded dryer, let them dry completely, take the twists out, separate the twists, all of the sections, and then you're on your way. So if you want me to do like a video of me doing my twists, I can do that too. But lots of people out there do that, so you can take a look at theirs and